Hello everybody and welcome to the Adda Premier League match between the Sunrisers and the SAMPARMY. We just saw the first over. SAMPARMY won the toss and elected to bowl first. Jessica Malotro, the captain, came in to bowl the first over, and there was a run out of Goshal, run out by Chandu. In the fourth delivery of that over, now Akul comes in to bowl. After the first over, Sunrisers are 7 for 1 as Akul comes in for the first delivery. This time, well bowled that one in the channel. Just a little bit full of good length. It's a good ball there. Not much swing on offer there. Didn't look like it moved a whole bunch of a lot. He seems to have a shortened run-up today. So that one is a dot ball there. It's a beautiful day here in Fuquay Arena, North Carolina. Sun is shining. Showing no remnants of the fall weather we were seeing maybe just a week ago, maybe just a day ago. So beautiful day for some cricket, and you can see both teams are energized to be out here. Again, the sun has been out all day, so there's no dew on the ground. As Akul comes in for the second delivery, this time a fraction shorter and just flashed by the batsman, and that one went over third man for a 6. And that's the danger with this ground. The pace that Akul possesses, anything that's flashed and flashed hard at is going to go all the way for a boundary. That one was a 6, so a good start to that over for the Sunrisers. They made use of it. This one just, again, a fraction short, just missed the length by a little bit. Akul's going to want to keep it full, bring that slip into play. There is a deep third man, so that is there, but this one came really, really close to the middle of the bat. Omar hit that 6. So Omar's getting off to a good start now. 7 off 5 deliveries so far. This one much straighter, much closer into the batsman, but just played out to mid-on for a single. That's a good comeback delivery there from Akul. He saw the width on offer wasn't going to play benefits for him, so he pushed this one a little bit closer to him. And that's the play here. On this ground, you want to make the batsman play straight. The longer boundaries are the straighter boundaries. Everywhere else is pretty short. You want to invite them to play straight. If they hit you straight, that's just a good shot on their part. The fielders in the straight and mid-off and mid-on, they are inside the circle. Again, this is the power play going on, and they have now changed the fielder. So the deep mid-wicket fielder is now being brought into mid-on, and the mid-on fielder was brought to deep mid-wicket, so they just wanted a fielding change. Let's see how Akul attacks the new batsman on strike in Vivek Ubale. Let's see if he continues to go closer to him as he runs in for this delivery. Yeah, and that's the plan. This one's chipped up in the air, but over the top of the fielder at mid-off, and that one's hit for 6 over extra cover. Not a bad ball there by Akul, but Vivek just expecting that one, made a little bit of room for himself, slashed hard, didn't seem to come completely off the middle, but like we said, the shorter boundaries are the square boundaries, the ones on the off and leg side. The ones that you want them to attack are the straight boundaries, make them play in the V. This time Vivek just made a little bit of room, slashed hard, played a little bit of inside-out shot, and it went for a big 6. So a good over so far for the Sunrisers. They ended last over with a 6. It was a really good over for the SAMPARMY until that 6. After that point, they had given up 1 run for the taking 1 wicket. But Vivek, making use of the deliveries he's played, he's hit 2 6s so far. And he's going again. He seems like he has one idea in mind. He's just going to go for it. Oh, it would have had to have been an amazing catch, but it's only going to be a single, as Vivek 2, as Vivek didn't look to run the initial one, but really good effort there from the fielder there. He almost was able to hang on to it. Shibaraz made an incredible effort, a incredible diving effort there, running backwards, never easy. Sun directly in that way, and he almost hung on to it. Had he hung on to it, it would have been a huge wicket, but it seems like Vivek has the idea in mind to just go for it, and there you see the change. The mid-off fielder moved to a deep extra cover. That's where Vivek had just played it for the last 2 deliveries. So now they're saying play on the ground, but it seems like they are attacking that same place. Let's see what Akul does. Does he continue to bring it closer to someone a little bit shorter? Vivek looked to play this one through mid-wicket, just over the top of the off stump. Great comeback ball from Akul. So a good over from the Sunrisers in the end. They end the second over 22 for the loss of 1 wicket, and we'll see if Jessica comes back in the bowl. Again, Vivek seems to be the guy that wants to go big and go aggressive to start us off. And the plan is working. He's hit 2 6s already, but almost an amazing catch from Shibaraz there. They're continuing with the extra cover fielder, even though the new batsman is Omar. He's hit 1-6, and that one was over third man. So they're inviting Omar to play through that cover gap and try to invoke an edge. I think that's the plan from Justin. So we'll see if he changes his line. He was bowling really close to the batsman early on. See if he goes a little bit further away from the batsman and tries to invite him to play into the covers and try to get an edge to the fielder at slip, third man, point, any of those. See if he can get a leading edge. And yeah, he bowls this time shorter. This one does end up going wider. This one played straight to Ukul at mid-off for just a dot ball. And again, there's not much dew on the ground here. The sun has been baking it up for quite some time, so it's going to be a fun day of cricket for both sides. The ball is going to move quite a bit for Fuquay ground as Justin comes in for the second one. Again, pushing it away from the batsman, this time going just a fraction wide, well kept by the keeper. And we said that was the plan. He's trying to hit the deck hard and move it away from the batsman, invite him to play through the covers, and try to get one of these edges to go. I think maybe push the length up a little bit. He's playing with a cross bat. You want to play with a straight bat here if you're Justin. And this time a little bit closer to him, played with straight bat straight to backward point, and just going to be a dot ball. Good comeback delivery there from Justin. A little bit closer to him, a little bit fuller in length. And he's moved out that cover fielder just a little bit rounder, pushed him a little bit square. So again, he's inviting him to play in that cover gap. He's saying, look, hit it through there. There's your run. He's going to continue to do that and try to get that edge back to slip, to keeper, see if he can get anything to those fielders and get this fielder in 30-yard circle involved. This one, Fuller, played across straight to the mid-on fielder, and it's just a little bit of a misfield. Allows for a quick, easy single there. And now let's see how he attacks Vivek. Vivek did hit him for a 6 off the last delivery of his last over. So let's see how he attacks him. If he continues to try to push it outside the off stump, Vivek showed he wants to go through extra cover. Does he try to bring that fielder involved? Or does he go out there and does he attack the legs? Last time he attacked the legs, he was put over deep square leg for a 6. This one short again, work through third man, and it's going to be a nice easy single. Good smart batting from Vivek, not trying to do too much there. And he's just played it for a quick single. And again, it is a great day to play some cricket. Not much wind, lots of sunshine. The ground is pretty dry. Should be a fun, interesting day. I think some higher scores here on this ground. From the opening tip, it seemed like that was going to be the case. This one on top of the off stump. And another misfield by the mid-on fielder. Another quick single. And it seems like the Sunrisers are going to attack that fielder. You could see the bowler just a little bit disappointed in the fielder there. He's saying that's not a run. But you can see the intent there from the Sunrisers. They're going to step out and play this one through. They're going to step out and play it to the mid-on fielder, give themselves some room to maybe try that slog sweep shot or anything like that. So we'll see how Justin reacts. And again, same place, and into that covers, falls and lands safely for a quick single. And that's where you wanted it. That's how you wanted it to happen, just dropped in the 30-yard circle. So the Sunrisers end the third over 27 for the loss of 1 wicket. These two, Vivek and Omar, seem to be batting well. They seem to be picking out the gaps well. And we'll see how the bowling change comes in, if they continue with Ukul, if they go in another direction. It looks like they're going to go in another direction. Again, Ukul was hit for 2 6s in his over. And they do go in a different direction. And we'll see what that does for them. If the Sunrisers can continue to take advantage. It looks like Vivek will be back on strike. So again, against the pace, he wanted to go big over covers. So the field is being changed up a little bit for the new bowler. They have a short mid-wicket in play. Justin has moved himself to mid-off, and there's now a cow corner fielder. So it seems like they're going to attack the legs of Vivek. And this delivery, yeah, they do that, but this one too short and too easy for Vivek. He's played beautiful so far, and this one played through square leg for another 6. Bhavin came into bowl. Another one just a tad bit too short. And with the new ball, you want to pitch it up. You want to dare them to play straight through, and just that's too easy for Vivek. He just was waiting for it. He's hit 2 6s there already, and he's hit another one. Really, really good stuff there from Vivek. He's looking to bat. He's batting really well. He's being very aggressive. It seems like he's got the license from the dugout to go. He went from the first delivery he played. And let's see what Bhavin does to attack this. Because, again, you do have the fielders all on the offside. You want to bring in those cover fielders. You got to pitch it up. And this time he does, but it's just going to fall to covers. That's the plan. Just a quick, easy single. Omar back on strike. And that's where you want to keep it for Vivek. You want to keep him playing there. You're going to find one that catches an edge somewhere and ends up going to the hands of one of your fielders. So the field changing once again as Omar came on to bat. Jessica has moved himself to mid wicket. There is a long off now as well. So it's going to play straight, and this one is played straight, but it's just going to fall short of the fielder right where mid off would have been had Jessica been standing there. They end up in another single, so now let's see if they change the field again as Vivek is now on strike if they open back up the covers. No, it seems like they're not going to open back up the covers. They're going to dare him to play over the covers once again. They've seen a couple just drop to the 30-yard boundary, so daring him to play over the top there, trying to see if they can force a wicket. Vivek is batting really beautiful right now, and that cover fielder's now been brought to the 30-yard circle. So here you go, Bhavin in for his next delivery. This one to Vivek. Full and straight to the fielder at third man. Straight to Neil. That's exactly what you wanted if you're the Samp Army. That was the plan. You want to bowl full, you want to bowl outside the off stump, and dare him to try to work it through those covers, through that offside. And this one just went straight to the fielder. Fielder didn't have to make a single movement, and just nicely done by the Samp Army. So the Samp Army take their second wicket here in the 4th over for just 35 runs on the board. A big wicket of Vivek, who seemed in great touch today. He'd been bowling really well. He'd been batting, really well, but the Samp Army getting another combination to get him out. And we'll see how the Sunrisers attack this now. Vivek was doing a lot of their scoring, really pushing it up there. They're going just under, around 10 and over, just under that. And, we'll see who they send in. If they send in another guy who they want to go out there and hit and just support Omar, if they send in someone else who's just going to take around. Because Vivek looked in great touch. And when you lose a batsman of such great touch, you lose not only the big hitting, but you also lose the easy rotation that he was allowing because they were opening up the field a little bit. Now let's see if they condense the field and try to make this batsman hit over the top of what the plan is for this batsman. The new batsman is Mohit Matthew. Mohit Matthew, a left-hand batsman. He is high off a Division II win. Fresh off a Division II T20, championship. So let's see what Mohit does. He's typically a pretty aggressive batsman in his own right. See what the plan is from from Bhavin into him, bowling into a left-hander. So it's good for him because the leg side for the left-hander is the shortest boundary. And that's always a blessing as a left-hander. So let's see if Bhavin can keep it outside the off stump. Attacking the legs, played right back to Bhavin. Again, Mohit, once he just finds his touch, he just is really, really tough to get out. He plays the short ball really well. He just reads everything pretty quickly and moves on his feet really, really well. So we'll see if the Samp Army continue to try to attack his legs or if they're going to go and push it outside the off stump and dare him to play through the covers as Bhavin comes in. And he decides against it, misses his run-up just a little bit. So for the left-hander, they do have a short cover, so there seems they can get one to pop up on him. As Bavin runs in for this one, it's fuller in length through the covers, straight. Oh, and a misfield at cover is going to allow a quick, easy double. Wow, what running from the Sunrisers. Good, intensive running from the Sunrisers. A misfield at cover allows for, they were going to take one. It would have been a risky one, but they pushed that first one so hard they were able to take two. This is really good stuff from the Sunrisers. The intensive running is what you want to see, pushing the big score on the ground. It's a little bit drier, so the ball is moving. And at the end of 4 overs, the Sunrisers are 37 for the loss of 2 wickets. We'll see if Justin does continue. Looks like he is going to continue to bowl. He's bowled well so far, only being hit by Vivek, and Vivek is gone. So for Omar, who is the batsman who has played out since the beginning of the innings, he has the third man, the backward point, a rounded third man. He's just packed that offside behind square. He just packed it up there. So it seems like he's going to continue to hit the deck and try to ride the ball back to the third man area. We'll see if he continues to do that. This one did hit the deck, good length, straight through the coverage where the gap is for a nice easy single for the Sunrisers. And that's a smart batting from the Sunrisers. You don't need to do anything too fancy. Get the lefty back on strike, just continue to rotate, make them run around, and they'll throw away some runs. You've seen a couple misfields leading to nice easy runs for the Sunrisers, and they would love to continue having those nice easy runs for singles. And just coming in for the second ball, this one into Mohan Matthew, and again attacking those legs of Mohan Matthew, just hoping that one can just square him up a little bit, catch an outside edge. And this is what Justin is wanting to do. They want to keep Mohit on strike. They want to keep someone on strike for as long as they can. They want to continue to rack up the dot ball, and you'll see him bowl a nice tight line to the batsman. Oh, but well done there by Mohit. This one just straying a little bit too much to the leg side, and worked behind square leg for a quick single. And the right-hander back on strike, and this is the danger of allowing those quick, easy singles, is now you got to continue to run around for the lefty-righty combination. You got some young guys with some fresh legs, but you always know that this can lead to someone getting a little bit tired and a lot of those things happening. But let's see how Justin comes back into Omar again. The covers are open, and he's played it straight back to Justin. Well done there, a good stop. We've seen a couple of quick runs to the fielder at mid-on. And well done there by Justin to stop it. No run allowed. Now it's telling his mid-on fielder just to become a little bit straighter, seeing as they're continuing to play that straight shot back to him. And again, attacking should be a nice simple catch. A diving effort there by the fielder at mid-on, and they have taken Omar. Preet Patel ended up taking the catch. Well bowled by Justin. This one lofted up just a little bit more, right on to the middle stump, and it's, again, the Sunrisers attacking that mid-on region, attacking that mid-on fielder. This one just chipped up in the air. Well done there by Preet Patel to end up making that catch. A diving effort, diving in front of him, ends up making a great catch, and the SAMPARMY take their third wicket here, this time in the 5th over for the loss of 39 runs on the board for the Sunrisers. Again, 3 wickets down. And they look to be in a really prime position. They haven't scored much since the last wicket has fallen. They scored 6 runs, and they're going to need a partnership from the two new batsmen. On strike again. That was the big wicket of Omar. So now you have Mohit Matthew, who's a capable batsman, but he's a new batsman on the scene, and you have another new batsman coming into play. So the SAMPARMY are going to love this, and they are going to want to continue to push the pressure on these two new batsmen. They're going to make them want to, they want to put as much pressure as they can on them. And the new batsman is Aditya. So we'll see if these two can create a partnership that lasts and leads them into, they would hope, at least the 10th over. They want to play these next 5 overs. You'd really hope for these two to last to the 15th and just stabilize the innings. And again, attacking the pads. It looks like it's going to travel down the leg side, and a quick single taken by the batsman. Again, attacking the legs, firing it at the legs seems to be the plan from Jeskarun. He's I think from every bowler, they seem to be wanting to attack the legs of Mohit, daring him to flick it on. I think they know that that's the shorter side of the boundary, but that's their best bet to go out there and take a wicket. They're bowling attacking while he's still new into the crease. And Bhavin will be, again, coming back in the bowl, again, bowling into Mohit Matthews. So let's see if he continues to attack the legs. Right, early on, they want to attack the legs. They want to just continue to try him to play across the line and see if they can get one just into the eye line of the umpire right onto stumps. And Bhavin bowled a good first over. Again, took the big wicket of Vivek, the much-needed wicket, after giving up a 6 in the first one. And it seems like they are enclosing the field. They've brought square leg, the deep square leg fielder inside the circle, so not allowing him, they don't want to allow him to get those quick, easy flicks for a quick single, as there's no one in that 30-yard circle in front of square on the leg side. He's moved to a mid-wicket, and they have a cow corner, so they're daring him to go to that offside and play over the top of there. So I think, again, you're going to see them attack the legs because of how the field is set up and dare him to play across and try to dare him to play inside out and lift it over the top and give another catch into Preet Patel. That would be the goal for the SAMPARMY. For the Sunrisers, they really need these two to bat for at least another 5 to 6 overs at the minimum. They need these two to continue to bat and continue to move the run rate. This one wide outside the off stump, and Mohit did not waste the opportunity. Flashed at it, and that's going to be a big 6. And we were just talking about, is he going to continue to attack the legs with the field that he is? And he goes wide outside the off stump. It's full and just too easy for Mohit. He was there and just swung with great intent, and that's a 6, a much needed boundary for the Sunrisers. That pushes them into the 40s now. They are 46 here in this 6th over. And they've adjusted the field a little bit. They've moved covers more around. And there's still that short cover fielder. So again, attack the legs if you're Bhavin. And this one's shorter, a good length delivery down the leg side. Does go away for a wide though. So it's a better line, just too much down the leg side. That's where you wanted it. You wanted it on his legs while he's new. That's the plan at least. I'm not sure how much the execution can happen and if it's the right plan, but that's the plan they seem to want to do. They want to continue on his legs and continue daring him to play across to the leg side. Again, attacking the legs, this time outside edge, and it's taken by the fielder at third man. Neil, his second catch of the day. This one on middle and leg stump. Again, tried to be worked to the leg side and found the fielder at third man. So the plan seemed to be the right plan, and a huge, huge blow to the Sunrisers as they lose their 4th wicket here in the 6th over with just 46 runs on the board. I said that this partnership needed to bat through at least another 5 or 6 overs at the minimum, and now they're looking for a new batsman to come in. So now you got 2 new batsmen. Again, Mohit is a captain for his Division II T20 side. So he was someone who could stand there and know the situation and read the situation. But now you're in a bad spot here for the Sunrisers. SAMPARMY not letting up any of the pressure. They did give up a 6 in the over, but taking the big wickets when they matter, sticking to the plan and executing the plan, and that's what the SAMPARMY is able to do. We'll see who the Sunrisers send in to bat next. They have plenty of batting to come, so we'll see who they send in to bat next. So Karthikeya is the new batsman in. He's been sent into bat now. And again, this partnership, I know I said it for the last one, but they need one of these partnerships to last 5 to 6 at the minimum amount of overs. As Bhavin comes in, would love a second wicket and a second ball, attacks the legs, And play to the mid-on fielder for a dot ball. Well bowled there by Bhavin. He's bowling full. He's bowling attacking, not letting up any of the pressure onto the Sunrisers. Jaskaran just having a little bit of word with his bowler. And there seems to be a little bit of confusion there on the pitch. I'm not sure what's going on. Jaskaran having a word with the umpire. No word yet for what it exactly is, but Jaskaran seems to be a little bit upset at whatever's going on. He's walking all the way out there. Is he walking to the other teams? No, he walked to the leg umpire, has a word with him, now walking back, has another word with the leg umpire. This is interesting. I'm not sure what the real thing is. He's telling the main umpire now, pointing to the leg umpire. He seems very upset and agitated. The leg umpire saying, "Look, I'm okay." I'm not sure what the leg umpire said. I'm not sure what words on his mouth, but his hands go up in kind of like, "Look, okay, I'm sorry," kind of manner. But just going once again, he's having a word with the leg umpire, not letting up anything. So a little bit of a break here in the 6th over. And again, Jaskaran turns back to the umpire. I'm not sure what the umpire's saying. He turns back to him, and now it seems like the conflict has finally stopped. And now there's a fielder throwing his hands up in the air. And so a little bit of a verbal confrontation going on. Are there rules being discussed? Jaskaran had said that they're talking about a rule, and this is still going on. And after all that, nothing has happened, and we're going to have another delivery bowled. And this one tied shorter, good length, well fielded there by Bhavin, sent back to the keeper. Good stop there. The way the Sunrisers were running, you know they would have loved to send that one for another quick single. So this one, a good length, a little bit shorter delivery than what he's usually bowled. And the field, there is a deep cover and a deep mid-wicket. So they have those fielders there, and that was the shot they had him there for. This one wide outside the off stump, slashed at by the fielder, by the batsman, and just went straight back to the keeper. No edge, nothing. And that's why he's there, because they know that they're going to want to continue to bowl full. They're going to want to bowl outside the off stump and keeping him there for just that big slash. And this ball short, and another short one from Bhavin gets punished. Should run away for 4. And it does run away for 4. Bhavin has bowled 2 short balls on that occasion, and this time, first one went for 6, this one went for 4. He used to cut out the short ball. He bowled well other than those short balls. I think he wanted to hit that good length once again and try to get him to play across the line. Runs away for 4. But this, again, too short there from Bhavin. He's got to push the length back up. Not much swing on offer, not much of a swinging type of day, but you want to keep it full and keep it to your field. And this time he does just that, play to around mid-on, and and a misfield by the mid-on fielder allows for a nice easy single. Might have been a little bit of pressure on the fielders had he been able to collect it cleanly. It was a single nonetheless, and there's still a couple, that ends the 6th over. That ends the 6th over, 53 for the loss of 4 wickets, and it seems like Jaskaran is going to come in and finish his 4 overs. So the power play is up, and now you see the field spreading out. So in the power play, 50 runs on the board, so not a terrible power play for the Sunrisers. Really led by the big hitting of Vivek. He really put all the runs on the board. So they've pushed to a long off, a long on, a deep cover, a deep mid-wicket, and a deep square leg. So a typical leg spinning type of field, but they have a lot of guys behind square on that offside. So see if he continues to hit the deck in that good length region outside the off stump. This one on his legs, and Jessica goes out there to field it as there was no one at mid-wicket inside the circle. Well played there by Karthikeya to just get a single and keep rotating the strike. And they have moved Bhavin into that mid-wicket position. And they've moved that cover point fielder into the covers, just taking up for what Bhavin has just moved for. So again, it's just a typical type of typical spinning type of field, pretty open, daring him to play straight, even protection on that square side for that sweep shot, if that sweep shot does come into play. Seems like he's going to continue to bowl full with this field. He's going to bowl full and attacking the legs of the batsman. Maybe just pushing it a little bit more towards outside the off stump every now and then. But he's going to attack the batsman, attack that middle stump. And he does just that. This one outside, right on the off stump. Played to third man. Played to Neil, who's taking 2 catches today. And that's the line, that's the length that you want. It's full, and you just try to work that one down to third man for a quick single. There's going to be a dot ball there. And I think Justin's now pushing that fielder at point even further behind. And this one, again, right on that middle and off stump, and no run given up there by the fielder. And that's the intensity you want to see in the field from the SAMPARMY, not giving up any easy singles, attacking the ball, pouncing on it. For the Sunrisers, you're going to need to look to rotate. As Jessica comes in for this delivery, this one time shorter, right on the off stump, and played for a quick single. This one into the gap just to the right of the fielder there. So job well done there by the batsman just to continue to rotate. Again, they can't have these pile-ups of dot ball, especially with the field open. You've got to look to push it into the gaps where the fielders aren't. As Jessica comes in for this ball, Fuller on his legs, plays straight to the mid-wicket fielder. That's in a misfield, but a no run given up. But that was the move there made by Jessica to have that fielder there, not to allow that easy single. So SAMPARMY doing well here with the ball. Jessica having a good final over. Would love to cap it off with the wicket. Let's see if he can get it right here. This one hit the deck right onto the body, and it's going to be another dot ball, this time played to mid-wicket. And that is the end of the 7th over. The Sunrisers are 54 for the loss of 4 wickets. So Neil is the new bowler now. He's taken 2 catches today, and he's coming in to bowl. He's going to continue to look to be put a lot of pressure. Again, the field is open for Neil. And this one lofted way up. I think it might be a no ball, and it is signaled by the leg umpire to be a no ball. So that's going to be a no ball and a free hit. Is it going to be a no ball free hit? No, never mind. Not signaled by the umpire. And this one just played straight to covers. Neal's found his length there. He's starting to pitch a little bit more, and 2 dot balls to come off of that. And Neal, this time, oh yeah! Oh no, it looks like it hit the pitch first, and no run given. A good effort there from Neal. I thought he almost had a deflected catch there off the carom. Threw it back to the keeper, came off his pads, but ran away for extras, but no run taken, so good ball there from Neal. All right, so let's see what Neal has in here. We were just updating the scorecard for you. As Neal comes in to bowl the 5th delivery now, the over. This one full outside the off stump, work through covers for a quick single. That one's a little bit too easy there for the batsman. Well played. And it seems like the long on fielder has been brought inside. So that ends the 8th over. The Sunrisers are 57 for the loss of 4 wickets. Shibraz is the new bowler being introduced now. So again, it's just about the dot balls. They got to continue to string those together. The wickets have fallen, and really all the pressure is now on the Sunrisers. They're going at under. So they're going under 8 and over, just above 7 and over right now. 7.25. And if they move out to about 12 and over, they're projected at 205. Right now they're projected at 145. And if they get to 17 and over, which is higher than likely, 265. But as this ball is bowled, it's back of a length, played straight to third man for a dot ball. So the Sunrisers, they are doing well. They just got to continue to hit that 7 run and over mark at 7.25 as the sun continues to blare down. Again, it is a bright sunny day, not much dew. The ball is moving. And this one is played straight back to the bowler. Well bowled that time from Shibraz, right on top of the off stump. And just a nice solid defense there from the batsman, Aditya. And Jessica is talking to his bowler, talking about adjusting the field here. Trying to change some things and change some settings. And they've brought mid-wicket inside the circle, and the mid-off fielder Neal has been brought to long off. So it looks like Shibraz is continue to bowl that just full length delivery right outside the off stump and daring him to play straight. He expects a big shot from Aditya to come at some point. This one back of a length and just a nip in back into the bowler. Good change up there, especially after the field change. You wouldn't expect that one to be short. I think he just caught the batsman by surprise just a little bit there. And again, a little bit of shape towards the end, just nipping back in. They've moved cover to deep point. So again, for that short one, if there is a connection, Shibraz runs him for this one. Again, full right on his legs and play to the long on fielder for a quick single. So another good ball in from Shibraz. And he's sticking to the line, the length. He just bowled one shorter one just for a change-up delivery. They just continue to bowl full. Just continue to attack the fielders that he has back. And that's just smart by the batsman as well, not trying to do anything too much with the delivery, just played it to the merit and was able to pick up a single. And that's what you got to continue to do, just pick up the singles whenever you can. Don't need to throw your wicket again. This partnership needs to last until the 13th over, and they need to continue to keep the runs ticking. Going at 7 runs and over is ideal. This one on his pads, and it's played to square leg. Quick single taken by the batsman. And that time from Shibraz just straying a little much too far down the leg side. Had the batsman been able to put some bat on it, might have been punished away for a 4. They do have a deep square leg fielder. I think Jessica just having a word with him saying, look, just keep it outside, keep it on the off stump. They can't do anything with it. Runs from here don't really matter. They're going to drop the run rate now. They're not picking up 2s. They're just picking up the singles. As he comes in for the next delivery, again on his pads, and jump there by the batsman, and it's going to be a wide delivery. Again, he's starting to stray a little bit towards the leg side. Seems to be just getting a little bit of nip down to the leg side, a little bit of in-nip from the bowler. He needs to keep this one just right outside the off stump. It's a perfect length for, it's a good delivery with that length, but he needs to keep it right outside the off stump. But Sunrisers will take that wide anytime, any day. They need all the runs that they can get to continue. Oh, that one full played to third man. Oh, misfield by the fielder at short third man, but well done by the fielder. A deep third man to stop the 4 and saves 3 runs there. Well done by that fielder. Not a great delivery in from Shibraz. It was a little bit too full, but that ends the 9th over. The Sunrisers are 60 for the loss of 4 wickets. So Chandu. The umpire heard the 2 noises. I'm not sure if the bat hit the deck or if the bat hit his own pad or what the sound was, but there was definitely 2 noises there. The umpire, in the end, decides not to lift his finger as Chandu runs in for the second one. Again, full, right on the off stump, played to the long off fielder for just a quick single. Again, good on the batsman's behalf. They're just rotating the strike and need to continue to do so. For the bowler, just pitch it, just pull the length back just a little bit, try to pitch it, just get a little bit of the nipping that's happening off the seam. Again, it's a really good field for what's set up. The third man has been brought in, so now the length cannot be too full. If the length is full, it's going to end up going past third man for a quick boundary. And you can't bring it too short either because a quick slash would go over the top of the infield. It's a very short third man boundary, so you've got to make sure you keep it full. And that's a good ball. Great length. Appeal. The bowler didn't seem too interested in the beginning. It seemed like it missed everything. I'm not sure there was a sound to go off of, but that is a great delivery in from Chandu. So really well done by Chandu. Good delivery. We said just pull the length back just a little bit, and he did that and almost found the outside edge of the batsman. This one, again, full, lifted over. Should be a nice, easy catch for the fielder at extra cover. Oh! It's come off of his hands and it's lifted over him, and it's gone away for 6 in the end. Akul felt very confident in that one, and it just came off of his hands. Usually a very safe fielder in the deep, and also the harm is that it went pushed out of his hands and it went over for 6. The Sunrisers will take that. That's a big boundary for them to get one at any point in the last couple overs. They haven't been able to pull many of them. For the SAMPARMY, they're disappointed. They felt like they earned that wicket and they felt like they had it. This one again full and worked to mid-off for a quick single. Well done by the batsman just to get off strike after surviving. And he's been given a life, has Aditya. He's been given a life here. 2 really good balls in from Chandu. 1 just missing the outside edge. 1 finding the fielder at extra cover but coming off his hands for 6. He just uses it, gets off a strike, gets a single on board, and puts Karthikeya back on strike. Let's see what Karthikeya does. Again, attacking that, the long on, long off is where the gaps are. He just push it there for a quick single, and he works this one through mid-wicket. They calls for 2, should not run 2, as it went straight to the fielder, and it's just going to be single in the end. So a good over so far from Chandu, and a good over in the end from Chandu, as the Sunrisers are 71 for the loss of 4 wickets here in the 10th over. So halfway through, 71 runs on the board, looking at 142 if they continue on the same pace. He runs in for the first delivery, back of a length, oh, but miscapped by the keeper. Stayed a little bit low on him. I think he was expecting it to carry a little bit more. Ends up not carrying. That one ends up going away for 4. Unlucky there from Jabraz. It was a good ball. It stayed just a tad bit low for the keeper, and it ran away for 4. Again, no dew on the ground today. This one on his legs. It was full on his legs. Worked through mid-wicket. Should push 2. They do end up pushing for 2. Throw comes in, and had that been a direct hit, it might have been a little bit closer. Too close for the Sunrisers' comfort, but they do end up taking 2 in the end there. And Shibraz coming in for the next delivery. This one full outside the off stump and straight to the fielder at cover. Just Run takes a nice and simple catch, and that is the end of Karthikeya. Unfortunate end for him. He seemed to be getting some touch going. He seemed to be a little bit frustrated after not hitting it quite well. And this time he just chips it straight up to Jessica Run, the captain, at short cover. Nice, easy, simple catch for him. And that is the 5th wicket there for the Sunrisers. They've lost 5 now here in this 11th over. 77 runs on the board. And again, Karthikeya walking back, and we'll see who the new batsman comes in to be for the Sunrisers. The SAMPARMY's got to love the pressure they've put on the Sunrisers right now, and they've got to love the start they've had. They will want to contain the runs just a little bit more. Again, 142, not a lot to chase, but still a good defendable total on this ground. So Abhishek is the new batsman. Abhishek Sharma, the new batsman, in for the Sunrisers. And the Sunrisers have lost 5 wickets here with 9 overs remaining, 9.3 overs remaining, and they need someone to come up big. Again, they don't need to go huge. They just need to continue to rotate. They're going at a rate. If they continue here, they get to 142. It's not a bad place to be at the end of 20 overs. It's still not a huge score on the board, and you'd love to see some more acceleration out of your team if you're the Sunrisers. But you just need these two to continue to have a partnership, last to 15, and then give your hitters towards the end some chances. And this one is back of the length, work to third man. Third man is deep, and just a quick single. And that's all you need out of the Sunrisers at this point. Just continue to get the singles. The loosener will come, and make sure you put that loosener away. Just can't lose wickets here. Again, these two need to last at least probably to the 16th, 17th over if you're being reasonable, because you're 5 wickets down. Right, maybe have 2, 3, 4 more batsmen, 2, 3 batsmen in the dugout who you really feel like can change the game. Abhishek Sharma coming in, facing this delivery from Chandu, from Shibraz, well bowled there by Shibraz, finding the outside edge. Straight to third man again, another quick single, good running from the Sunrisers. And third man told to be a little bit more fine for that edge, for the rundowns and the edges that are going to third man at the moment. And again, it's not a bad place to go out there and get your runs. Just running it down to third man, especially if he's giving you that length, just pushing it down there. The ball is running. You can get your quick, easy single there all day long. This one, short outside the off stump. Appeal from the bowler, not really much to go off of, but another dot ball. Well bowled from Shiraz. Good changeup. He's bowled that bouncer well. And at the end of 11, the Sunrisers are 79 for the loss of 5 wickets. The Sunrisers have lost a couple wickets in bunches. You look at the wicket of Kaushal, the run out in the first over. Then you had Vivek, who was batting really, really well, get out next. Bhavin got him. Then Omar, he was batting well, 12, but then Jaskran took him as well. So just losing wickets in bunches are the Sunrisers. They haven't been put out a big partnership as of yet. Mohit Matthew, another wicket that was lost. The bowling from the SAMPARMY has been really well. No one's been really expensive. Akul bowled an over. He got hit for 2 sixes. Almost had the end of Vivek as well. But again, SAMPARMY's continuing to bowl pressure balls. They're continuing to just keep it full outside the off stump and daring them to play into that V. As Chandu bowls again, full, right on the off stump. And he's played it straight to the cover point for a dot ball. Again, SAMPARMY, they're just being very, very consistent with their lines and their lengths. They're not trying to do anything too special, just continuing to hit the right areas, and that's all you need to do. For the Sunrisers now, the keys is going to be rotating. You know the plan. You know what's going to happen. You just got to push into the gaps now. Again, it's much easier for me to say it here than to actually go out there and execute it. But that's what you have to do at this stage in the game. You have to. Abhishek Sharma is no slouch of a batsman. He's a very capable batsman in his own right. So he just needs to go out there and work it for 1s and 2s in the areas. And this one looks like it got pad. The umpire looked to be thinking about raising his hand, but ends up not in the end. So it's going to end up a single. This delivery again, full, right on the off stump. Worked through the covers though, and they should pick up one, and they do end up picking one up in the end. And again, the SAMPARMY, they have said that, look, singles, that's fine. Just let them keep running around. We feel good and confident in our batting. Our bowling's doing good. As long as they're not giving extras, not giving up boundaries, we're going to be just fine. And that seems to be the tactic. They're not bowling anything too special. They're not asking the bowlers to do anything too special. They're saying, look, be in this area consistently, and we're going to win this game. We have the batsmen to do it, and Jaskran is letting his bowlers execute that plan. This one again, full outside the off stump, a big slash coming in from the batsman. The extra cover fielder was just brought in for that purpose. Akul back to extra cover, and a dot ball, a big dot ball there for SAMPARMY and for the Sunrisers. The Sunrisers are going to need some dot balls to come in here. Vivek really did a lot of their scoring in that power play. They're going to need some boundaries. They need them. They're going to just need and 1 and over would be helpful for them. Well bowled there by Chandu. Only ends up in a single. They won't mind a single there again. As long for the SAMPARMY, I think as their mindset is as long as they're not scoring boundaries every over, we're in great shape. And for the Sunrisers, again, you want to just keep it ticking and just wait for one ball, and you've got to hit one ball out of the park. Or at least put a boundary on or get two, or you got to get more than one run on at least one ball. One ball's got to be something where you get 2 or 3 or 4 or 6. You got to do something other than a single on one delivery. Just can't have a dot ball. Let's see what happens here. Chandu runs in for this delivery and cleans him up. Try to play across the line. Did Abhishek. This one just pulled back a little bit, looking to play that slog sweep type of shot, and it's hit the top of off stump, and that is the end of Abhishek Sharma. 6 wickets down are the Sunrisers, and they're in a bit of a pickle here. They need to find a way out of it. 82 for the loss of 6 wickets are the Sunrisers. The SAMPARMY's got to love what they're pulling out so far. This is the 12th over, and the runs are on the board. The wickets are just falling, and again, the SAMPARMY hitting consistent lines at consistent lengths, and they're taking the wickets because of it. Nick Hill is the new batsman in for the Sunrisers, and they're going to need him to stay in for the remaining of the 8 overs. Shibdraws comes in for this one, nice and full, and a great opening ball to get the batsman in tuned for Shibdraws. And all of that happening in that ball, I was just stepped away from the mic, and Shibraz bowled a beautiful delivery and almost a chance of a run out, not given by the umpire, but now Nick will face his first delivery in from Shibraz. So again, Nikhil is going to need to stick in there and face these deliveries from Shibaraz. Shibaraz is bowling super, super well, and you've got to continue to get the runs ticking. Nikhil is someone who has opened the innings before, and he's very comfortable with the bat. So we'll see what he can do. This one's short, play through mid-wicket. They're going to end up in a quick single, and that's all you need to do for the Sunrisers. Get your ones, get your twos, and get your boundaries every over. Shibaraz have been bowling really, really well. That one just got away from just a little bit. Went away for 4, and that becomes the end of the over. So the Sunrisers do manage something out of that over. 88 for the loss of 6 wickets in 13. 7 overs to go. And Nikhil will be on strike here. And again, he's going to have to continue to rotate. They can't have a string of dot balls in any sort of fashion. They can't afford a string of dot balls. There are a lot of wickets down. Runs seem to be fading away at the moment. They're going to need their boundaries, their runs every delivery, and a boundary every ball, every over. Going to need to have 7, 8, 9, 10 and over from here on out. So Aditya back on strike. He struggled so far. He's hit a couple nice boundaries off a couple of looseners. He's again needs to continue to rotate, because that's going to be the key to them putting up a defendable score right now. Again, the wickets are short of hand. You can't take much risk, but you have to continue to keep the scoreboard ticking at any length that you can. Keep it ticking. So Bhavin coming in for the second delivery. And again, full right outside the off-stump work through extra cover for a quick single. They're just sticking to the plan, all the SAMPARMY, not trying to do anything too fancy, just continuing to stick with what's working, and they're sticking with the full stuff on the stumps and making them have to play in the areas where the fielders are. This one, good length and well played by Nikhil, just soft hands right down next to the pitch, able to run away for a quick single. That's what Nikhil brings. He's a youth player. He brings the fresh legs and a little bit of a fresh mind out there. He's able just to read the situation and say, all right, you know what, we just need singles, and just uses his soft hands and uses his quick legs to scamper on for an easy single. So singles are flowing in this over so far. The Sunrisers would love it to keep it going and to have a boundary. Oh, but a wide, and that's a big wide for the Sunrisers. Again, if they can go run a ball and get up to 7, 8, 9 and over, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's exactly where you want to be, anywhere in that range. Anywhere above 10 is perfect too, but at least 7 is what you want for the Sunrisers, and that wide definitely helps your case because now he just needs a single off of every delivery. Bhavin again coming in to Adda, and wide outside the off stump, and Adda misses it once again. He's played that shot a couple times, not really been able to connect on any occasion, and you can see a little bit of frustration out of him. He knows that's the ball, that's the loosener that I'm getting, and I have to be able to put that one away. They do have an extra cover fielder there, but that's the ball that you need to be able to play all the way for a boundary. So Bhavin, let's see if he goes back towards the batsman, brings it into him, and yes, he does jam him, and it's chipped up, and it's going to fall short of the fielder. And they do pick up a single. Nikhil interested in the second, but Adda says no, sends him back. And I believe there's one ball left in the over. There is one ball left in the over. Bhavin has bowled really, really well. And Nikhil, again, a single would be great to cap off the over, and works it through covers. And they do take a single in the end. First they were saying no single, but a little bit of a half-hearted effort from Jaskaran. I think it's intentional, though. I think he wants Nikhil on strike. It seems like that's the plan, that what he wants, and that's what he wants to do. So that ends the 14th over. The Sunrisers are 94 for loss of 6 wickets. So let's see who they bring into bowl. Again, Shibraz has bowled well. Chandu has bowled well. Everyone's really bowled well. It looks like Akul is going to come back into bowl. In the first over was a tad bit expensive, getting up 2 6s in the over. And the Sunrisers just haven't been able to form a partnership. When you look at the partnerships that's come off, you see a 1-run partnership to start them, and then the biggest partnership of 34 between Vivek and Omar. That was a big one. Vivek did majority of the scoring there, but was taken out. And then another big one was the Karthikeya and Adda, who put up 30, but did it in 31 deliveries, and then after that, you just haven't had anyone put out anything together. Nikhil and Adda have put together a 12-run partnership so far, and they'd love to take that one through the end. Again, the partnerships are what's going to win you matches here in Fuquay. Just continue to run and then put away the bad balls, as Nikhil facing this delivery from Akul, and it's worked through mid-wicket. Chance of a run out, direct hit, and Nikhil made his ground quite well. Good effort there from the mid-wicket fielder. A good throw came in there, a diving throw. Akul, that was a good ball, jammed him up a little bit, worked through mid-wicket. Good single taken in the end by the batsman. A good throw in again from mid-wicket, a direct hit right onto top of stumps, but Nikhil, the young legs, paying dividends and able to let him scamper on through and be safe. So now Adda is back in. He's playing Akul. He hasn't played Akul yet. Adda struggled with anything full outside the off stump. This one I'm slower right on off stump. Played straight to Jaskaran. So good change up there from Akul, using some of his variations. And a dot ball, that's hurtful for the Sunrisers. Again, if they don't pick up extras or don't pick up boundaries, they're in a little bit of a pickle. So Akul, third delivery now of the over. And this time, it's a little bit shorter, work through covers, might run away for 4, does run away for 4. Just a little bit short, just a little bit too much outside of the off stump, and just runs away for 4. Well played there by Adda, and that's the much needed boundary in the over. Again, the Sunrise at this point would love to have a boundary every over. They want to go 7, 8, 9, 10 plus runs and over. Anything above 7 and over is what they want. Akul just got to push it a little bit fuller. He's sticking to that length. He's got to go full. That's what they've worked for the SAMPARMY so far today, and that's what he does right now. But Adda, expecting it, ready for it, made some room for himself and works it over, extra cover for 6, and Akul with another expensive over. Double-digit run over so far, just off the first 4 deliveries. 13 run over from Uckle, so he's been just a tad bit expensive in his 2 overs today. His economy rate is just under 15. So Neil's back into bull, looking to bring in a change of pace. And a change in the pace here. So there is a long on, long off, a deep extra cover, a deep mid wicket, and a deep square leg. Inside the circle, there is a short mid wicket, a short cover, a third man, and a backward point. So let's see what Neil bowls to this field. And again, full, right outside the off, stomp, and just missed from Nikhil there. Almost on the outside edge. Nikhil just tried to stab his bat out there. I think he's got to show a little bit more intent in that. I think you could have tapped that one down to third man for a quick single. Again, you don't need to put stab. At this point, stabbing your bat out there is not going to do much for you. As Neil runs in for the second one, comes down the track, chips it up in the air. Will he find it? Oh, just falls short of the mid-wicket fielder just for a single. Nikhil wanted to get off strike, moved down the check, just chipped it over. Didn't seem to want to hit it as hard as he could, just trying to chip it over there, and just fell short of that deep mid-wicket fielder. So now Adda back on strike. He's starting to find a rhythm, starting to find some groove here. So if he can see if he can continue that against Neil. And Neil comes in, and this one from Adda is played just short of the long on fielder. They are pushing 2 though. A good throw coming in from long on, but he took a little bit too much time getting to the ball and allowed that for 2, and that's exactly what you need. Again, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus runs and over is exactly what you need from the Sunrisers. Again, at this point you can get up to 140 with what you have on the board so far. So again, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus runs and over are exactly what you need. So in comes Neil, and it's just worked through mid-wicket for a quick single by Adda, so Nikhil will be back on strike. So Neil, he's bowling well. He's put some balls in the air as Nikhil plays this one. Oh, well done there by Jessica on that short cover. A diving one-handed stop there. Nikhil thought he just squeezed that one past him. But Jessica says, nope, this is why I'm a part of the U.S. team. And now Jessica has moved back onto the circle. So again, Nikhil's got to realize this and then push this one just a little bit straighter. As this one is straighter from Neil, and it is straighter once again from Nikhil. Nice and easy single. And it seems to be the ploy from Jessica, and he seems to want Nikhil to be on strike. He seems to want Nikhil on strike again. Adda's finding some touch, finding some flow. So I think he wants a new batsman on strike consistently and saying, even if Nikhil, they know he's a class batsman, they want him on strike because they feel that this is their best bet to win at this moment because of how set Adda is right now. And you saw Jessica, and he was at short cover, and he stopped that same delivery. Didn't want a single there. This time went back to the 30-yard and allowed a quick, easy single. So I think they want to keep Nikhil on strike for as long as possible, and they want to keep him on strike for the beginning of overs. I think they want to collapse the batting order around Adda and not want to play Adda. Adda seems to be, again, to be finding some touch here, and he's playing really well. Chandu coming back into bowl. Again, Nikhil's done well. He's played at around a run a ball. As this one by Nikhil is played straight up in the air. It was a full toss, and he's just chipped it, and the fielder at deep mid-wicket takes him quite easily, gets on one knee, almost proposing to the ball there. Well caught there by the fielder. Again, Nick, it was a complete full toss, and he's disappointed with himself. He knows that it was a full toss. He knows he should have put that one away and just played straight up into the air. And well taken by the man of deep mid wicket again. It's a sunny day, not letting the sun affect him. And the Samp Army, they have their foot on the gas pedal right now. They're in the driver's seat. 112 for the loss of 7 wickets are the Sunrisers here in the 17th over. The run rate has fallen off. The wickets are continuing to fall. It looked like a point where they could get to 140 with the run rate they had at 7.25. Their run rate has slipped and they have fallen, and they are collapsing the batting order around Adda, and that's the plan that we were just stating. And there seems to be just a little bit of an injury, a little bit some discomfort from the fielder. And just another drop catch here. We've seen 2 drop catches from the Samp Army so far. It's unfortunate. You know, the catches, they win you matches. That's what you know. But Adda, again, he's finding some rhythm, and that was the big wicket that they wanted. They needed Adda, and Jessica has now been moved to deep extra cover, and Akul brought inside the circle to the cover. And here we go. Chandu back in. And just misses his run up a little bit. Does a little bit of a stutter. Again, Adda is going to need to take the Sunrisers home here. They're going to need him to continue to bat. If he doesn't continue, you could see the Sunrisers end up at maybe just a score of 120, which on a day where it's cold and wet is defendable, but here on a sunny day where the ball is going to run around, not as defendable. But what a ball from Chandu, just getting a little bit of extra bounce, and maybe that's something that could come into factor in the second inning, just that little bit of extra bounce that seems to be on display. Chandu seems to be feeling some discomfort, maybe something in his shoe. He's taking the shoe off, looking inside of it. Maybe some grass got stuck in there. So we're just having a little bit of pause as Chandu, again, he's just fixing his shoe. And Chandu's back to his feet. He's ready to go. Yes, adjusting whatever was in his shoe. And again, the Samp Army, they've bowled really, really well, and they'd love to cap it off just by, you know, a couple more wickets, 3 more wickets for the Sunrisers. They have that in hand. Adda's got to realize that. You can't play timid, but you have to play into the gaps. You got to be smart about what you're doing. And Chandu again, he's bowled well. Let's see what he does again into Adda, and Adda this time works it to Akul at cover. And it's just going to be a dot ball. I guess it's going to be a single. So Zishan will be on strike. Let's see what Zishan does here. Mohammad Zishan, he's got to continue to rotate. 2 balls left in the over. Zishan on strike, and they love to keep him on strike for this delivery. Oh, but this one too full, and well worked there by Zishan. They should push 2. They do end up pushing 2. Again, he's brought this one behind to third man. They do push 3. Wow, great running from the Sunrisers. Able to end 3 on that one. So they get 3, and Adda is back on strike. And that one was just a little bit too full. It was nice and slow, loopy delivery right on the leg side, and just easy to be worked by Zishan. Worked it down to fine leg. They ran 3. Adda will be on strike for the last delivery now. And in comes Chandu. Last delivery, Adda works this one to third man, and they do take a single at the end, so a great end to that over for the Sunrisers. They end it 119 for the loss of 7. 17 overs up, 3 overs to go. Again, the Sunrisers, they're at a point where they're looking at 142. At this rate, you're thinking maybe 130 would be a point where they could get out there and reach. That's just around 18 more runs, 136. So they go run a ball here. They can end up at 136. With the run rate they're going, they're looking at 140. They're going to run rate of 7. If they are able to accelerate it up to 12, they can get to 155. And if they have a couple overs, with just a couple big overs, they average around 17 runs. They end up at 170. So it's all in their hands here. Again, they continue where they're at. They get around to 140, basically what we were anticipating them to score anyway. So they know that 140 is just the minimum that they can get right now. They need to be looking to go big, 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 and Adda's got to continue to stay in there. And Adda plays this one through the covers, actually too long off for a quick single. They actually push 2 and they end up getting 2, and that's just great running from Zishan. He knows his role at this point is just to go out there and continue to run the continue to run twos, run them hard, and just give Adda as much strike as you can. Again, the Sunrisers need Adda to be on strike. He seems to be a little bit gassed though, so they might want to bring him some water at the end of the over. Again, it's starting to warm up here in Fuquay Arena. The sun is blaring, no clouds as Neil bowls this one. Chipped up in the air, it's just going to fall short of that fielder. Fielder not attacking it, and and a fumble in the field and allows for a nice easy 2. Oh, and they're going to push for 3. Wow, I'm surprised they go for the 3rd. And now Zishan will be on strike, so maybe a blessing in disguise for the SAMPARMY. Again, that fielder, that deep extra cover, should have attacked it. No, he had backup. Ends up not attacking it, fumbles it off the bounce, and just allows him to sneak off for 2. Then the throw comes off just a little bit poorly and allows him to get for 3. But now Zishan is on strike. So again, maybe a blessing in disguise. As Neo comes in to bowl this one. Oh, it almost cleans him up. Zishan going for that sweep shot. Seems to be the shot that he wants to play. Again, this might be a blessing in disguise for the SAMPARMY. Maybe able to string some dots together. And this one, a bottom edge. Almost finds stumps. And he did find stumps. He's bowled them. And again, just like we said, a blessing in disguise for the SAMPARMY. They gave up an extra run, but they're going to collapse the order around Adda. They are now 8 down on the Sunrisers as Zishan looked to cut that one. Just found the under edge right onto stumps. And now the new batsman, he's going to have to play 3 deliveries. Yash will be the new batsman. And then he's got to see out a couple balls. He's got to see the rest of this over out, maybe get a single. 2 balls left. So ideally you would want 2 singles in this over. ideally to end it, and then you would end up with Adda back on strike to play the 19th over. Again, the runs are there for them to take. If they can just continue to rotate and not lose all their wickets at this point. They just need to continue to go at what they're doing, just not lose the wickets. And again, that third run, I'm not sure the risk was worth the reward. You get an extra run, but that's just a couple deliveries Adda doesn't get to play. Right? You would prefer that Adda played out the rest of the innings. So again, the SAMPARMY, I think, got a blessing in disguise because now Adda's off strike for the last 4 balls of the over. He was off strike, 2 balls played by Zishan, 1 ended up in a wicket, and if they can get Yash out here, that'd be a huge, huge help for the SAMPARMY. 2 wickets left in hand for the Sunrisers. And let's see what Neil has in store for Yash. Again, Yash, he ideally 2 singles for the last 2 balls or 2 dot balls for the SAMPARMY. This one is full and nice, easily played for a quick single. And I would assume that you would want to collapse Adda here and dare him to play over the top. They're keeping the field out, which is what you should do, but I'm surprised that they've allowed a couple single areas. And Neil's got to keep it outside the off stump. You don't want him on strike to play the next over, so you would ideally want 2s or you want a dot ball. As this one is bowled on his legs, and it's worked through mid-wicket, and they do take 1, so Adda will be on strike here in the 19th over. The Sunrisers end 18 overs, 126 with a loss of 8 wickets. 2 wickets are left in their hand. Chandu will come back into bowl. So Chandu's coming back in the bowl. He's bowled beautifully. He's continued to bowl full right on that off stump. And again, Adda is on strike. So if they can take this wicket, I think the SAMPARMY feel that they have it pretty much wrapped up, and they're going to tie it on with a pretty bow. As Chandu comes in for this one, and that's really well played. It was full and straight, but he's just played it straight to Neil. They're pushing 2. Just needs to make some ground. I think they got him, and they do get him. Well, good throw in there from Neil. He attacked the ball hard. And that is the end of Yash. They needed to go for 2, and this is the blessing in disguise I was talking about. They gave up an extra run in the previous over, but they were able to take a wicket and bring Yash in, and now you're going to have Govind come in for the last and final wicket of the Sunrisers. And at a rate where they could have gone around to 140, now they could be all out here under 130. Ideally for the SAMPARMY, next delivery would be the last delivery. Good throwing from the deep. You know that you're throwing to the bowler's end every time. There's always going to be a run-out opportunity. They're not going to take a single. They're running 2s, running 2s, running 2s. You've got to be ready for that. A single won't, honestly, probably benefits you. And Govind is the new batsman in. And again, a good throw-in from long on by Neil. Did really well to get there and put a good throw, nice accurate throw, and great athletic stuff there from Chandu, jumping just a little bit and recognizing where his stumps were and just not missing out. Again, Adda seems to be gassed here after just running and running. He's played for a long time. He's been baking under the sun. The wind is giving some nice relief. It's a beautiful fall day. Well, it doesn't even feel like a fall day anymore. Just the colors of the trees make it feel like a fall day. Feels kind of like a summer-spring type of day. But again, great stuff here from the SAMPARMY. The Sunrisers, you know that you're running 2. You got to run that first one hard if you're Govind. You just run and run, no questions asked. There's no thinking. You just run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. So here we go. Chandu coming in to Adda. And this one's going to be a wide. Oh, appealing. Huge appeal in from the infield. No wide signal. It seems to maybe came off the pad. And that that could have been the end, and the Samp Army were really, really sure of it. The whole infield lit up, hands up, jumping to their feet, huge appeal, and the umpire just stood there, said no. So let's see what Chandu has in store for Adda now. Got to go back towards the offside. Does. Oh, finds the inside edge. They should push two. They need to push two. Oh, wow. And Govind sends Adda back. That is a huge risk now from Govind. I know you trust yourself with the bat, but that is a ballsy move in from Govind. He sends Adda back. Three balls to go. Govind, the last wicket. He's got to play him. He's got to play at least one. Can he survive it? He sent Adda back. Chandu, he has him on the silver platter. Can he clean him up? Runs in, comes in full, and it's played straight back to Chandu. And at this point, if you're the Sunrisers, you just need Govind to last these last two deliveries. Don't need many. You just want to make it to that last over. And Chandu's bowled really, really spectacularly. He would love another wicket here. Can Chandu finish it off here in this over, or will the Sunrisers live to see one more? And Adda's got to realize this last ball of the over. Don't need to do anything too risky. Just needs to take a single. Short cover is in. Chandu comes. It's outside the off stump. Lofted over covers. They should just take one. They push two. And they take two in the end. And that is a heck of a decision. And Govind did end up playing well off of Chandu's the two deliveries he faced from Chandu, but that's a heck of a decision if you're Adda. You're looking in good touch, and you're letting Govind now take strike for the last over. Neil will bowl it looks like. Neil's going to bowl the last over. And again, I'm just perplexed at the decision-making by the Sunrisers here to let Govind have this last over. I would have thought that you want Adda to play every single delivery that you can. Adda, he scored 50.
49.
Scored 49, excuse me. So hopefully that just doesn't jinx him. But again, it's perplexing to me because he scored it in good time too. He scored it in 46 deliveries. He seems to be batting well. I just am a little amazed by the idea that Govind is coming into bat. Not saying Govind can't bat, but Adda's in good touch. This one worked through covers for a quick single, so Govind only just takes the delivery to get off strike. So everything I was saying goes down the drain because he just take one ball to play it. So now here comes Adda. He's taking off his helmet. Neil has bowled well. He's continuing to hit that one line in length. I don't think you need to do anything different. You dare him to do something. I think you just have to dare him to do something. Neil just adjusting the field, packing in that offside. Long on, long off in play. Deep extra cover, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square leg. And that fielder now being brought just to talk to Neil. So there's no short mid-wicket fielder. So I think if you're Adda, you realize that. And I think that's a ploy from Neil to try to get him to play across the line, create a leading edge, create a bold opportunity because he's just trying to play across. And if you're Adda, I think you've got to realize we got to run twos. We got to run twos. Got to run twos. Neil comes in. Adda comes down the track, and he's taking this one over cow corner. Yeah, that's 6. And that is 50 up for Adi. No celebration there from Adi. He just is focused on finishing out these last 4 deliveries. Adi came down the track to play that one. Didn't quite connect fully on it. But Adi, he did get to his 50. It's been a great innings from him. Really stabilized the Sunrisers. Oh, this time no movement of the feet from Adi. Just looking to go for a quick baseball swing. Again, like I said, Adi has played a great role for the Sunrisers, bringing them to this point where they can be at 138. As Neil comes in for this one, Adi goes straight back, and it's just going to be one bounce to the fielder. They should push 2. They do push 2. Oh, and Govind sends Adi back. I think he realized, okay, it's the last wicket, so he can't lose it here. We might as well just finish out and play these last 2 balls. So Govind's got to get off strike here. He's got to get off strike. Got to get a single. I think that's what Adi's telling them. Look, there's 2 balls left. We need to play these 2. Let me play 1. You play 1. I play 1. We'll split them, and we'll let the cards fall where they may. So Neil into Govind. And it's full outside the off stump, worked right back to Neil, so Govind will play the last ball. That's just smart bowling from Neil. He saw Govind come down the track, just pushes it outside, way outside towards the wide line. Jaskaran takes a step back into the circle. And this one is on the body of Govind. They're going to push 2. Should just be 1. They are pushing 2. Should be a nice easy run out. Oh, and he lost the ball. And they're going to push 3. What a running from the Sunrisers. And they get into the 140s. I think they got to 142. Exactly what they were aiming for. They had 71 after the end of 10. And now they get to 142 off a fumble from Neil. So that is the end of the first innings. And the Sunrisers, 142, led by the fantastic 50 of Adi. And the Sunrisers have to be happy with where they got to. They ended up getting to 142. That was their projected score at the end of 10 overs. If they just continued at their rate, they did so. Again, the fumble by Neil, and it's not a huge score to chase, right? They have plenty of time to do it. And again, it's not a huge total for the SAMPARMY to go out there and chase, but they have everything they need to do it. The Sunrisers, again, you see the batting, and again, led by Adi's 56, the big 56 of the day. You look at a guy like Vivek, he put up 23, big partnership, and again, Adi putting the big runs on the board. With the bowling, you look at the SAMPARMY. They can't complain too much. Akul was the most expensive bowler with an economy of 13, but Jaskaran bowled well, economy of 4, taking a wicket in 4 overs. Chandu taking 2 wickets in 4 overs, only giving up 25 runs. So really, really good stuff by everyone who bowled. Bhavin took 2 wickets, Neil took a wicket, and Shibraj took a wicket, all bowling with economy under 10. So truly, truly great stuff from the SAMPARMY with the ball. The Sunrisers, again, had to be happy with how they ended that innings, and that is the end. So we'll see you here for the second innings. Again, the SAMPARMY have to chase 143 to win this match in the Adda Premier League. And we'll see you back here in just a little bit. So we are off here with the second innings as Chandu just flicks one off of his legs for what looks like to be 4. And yes, 4 to start off. Chandu and Jaskran are opening the batting. Vivek is the bowler. Vivek had a good cameo in the batting innings, scoring a quick 23. And you can see the plan again is to bowl full, it's to bowl straight. That one I think just a little bit too much down the leg side. Chandu was ready for it. Seems to be batting pretty open in his stance as well, so he's looking to play those. And this one pulled the length back, and he's hit this one for 6 over out corner. What a shot there, and this is the acceleration you wanted from the SAMPARMY end. They've got 10 off 2 deliveries. What a cracking start they're off to. Again, 143 is what's to chase. Great start there from Chandu. They need 133 from 118 more deliveries and a couple more shots like that, and you'll see that be quite attainable. And another one, this one time played to covers. So again, he's bowled that one, pulled the length even further back. So first delivery was all the way full. Next delivery was pulled just a little bit back to a good length, and this one pulled all the way back. So he seems to be varying that length and seems to he wanted to go full, then he wanted to go good length, then he wanted to go short. We'll see what he does here on his 4th delivery, if he goes back to the full stuff or he continues to bowl that short stuff. He goes full this time again on the legs, and Jaskran was eager to go for it. Ooh, was sent back at the last second by Chandu. He was halfway down the track, ends up making up his ground. Vivek, that one just straying down the leg side. Didn't come off the bat. Lucky for him that it did not go away for 4. Came off the pads of Chandu. But Chandu's got off to a cracking start here. Let's see if he continues to be as aggressive as he was. He's 10 off 4. And make that 10 off 5. Well stopped by the man at slip. It was full outside the off stump, almost to the wide line. Caught the toe end of the bat and just ran away to the slip fielder. So a good comeback from Vivek after being hit for 2 boundaries in the first 2 deliveries. He's come back well. He's bowled 3 dot balls. Let's see if he can bowl a 4th, or will Chandu have something to say about it, sending this one away for another boundary, or does he take another single to retain strike? Vivek runs in, and boundary. It wasn't a bad ball there from Vivek. Maybe he's slightly overpitched, but right in the arc of Chandu, and he's played that one for another 6, so 16. Coming off of the first over for the SAMPARMY. A great start by Chandu. He's batted well. He's just thrown his bat at everything. Again, that one, again, not a terrible delivery from Vivek. Just, I think, a tad overpitched. Just a tad, or maybe just a little bit too much down to the leg side. It was right on between middle and leg stump. So just allowed Chandu to get into his arc and put it away for 6 over mid-wicket. So now Jaskran will face the next over. So see Jaskran's approach if he says, okay, you put up 16, I'll just take my run and give you a strike, or if he continues the onslaught and go for boundaries as well. It'll be interesting to see how you approach it, especially when your partner is seeming to be in a free-flowing kind of mindset. So for you viewers on YouTube, Live who are maybe going on the road and can't watch it live anymore, you can listen to this live on Radio Mirchi Raleigh on 99.9 FM HD4, 101.9 FM, and 1490 AM. And also on Amazon Alexa, say Alexa, play Radio Mirchi Raleigh, and it does play it. I have an Alexa myself, and I've used it a couple times, and it does do that. This one played right back to the bowler. The new bowler is Mohit Matthew. He bowled it into Jaskran. Jaskran just playing it straight back to him. Mohit, the left arm pacer. This one fuller in length, more towards outside the off stump, and Jaskran sends Chandu back in the end, played it towards that long gone fielder. Omar is the new bowler, Omar Ansari. He also did open the batting for the Sunrisers. SAMPARMY getting off to a flying start. They're 29 without loss after 2 overs. Better than what they could have even imagined them being at.
Yes, sir, I do.
They're going just over 14 and over right now, getting at least 2 boundaries in every over. They've only played 2 of them, and Justgrun is on strike. So again, they've packed that offside, so anything striking down to the leg side should be a quick, easy single. On the offside, you see mid-off, cover, extra cover, backward point, and third man, as well as a first slip. On the leg side, just a short mid-wicket. So let's see what they have. Justgrun comes down the track, and he's looking to, I think he's looking to play straight back down. Again, the line is exactly what you want. You see now they've moved cover deep. The extra cover fielder is now deep, so Justgrun has a single there if he wants it. Just a little bit, you can see just a little tad bit of swing, not a swinging kind of condition today like we had last week. There was a lot of English conditions today. Not many of that, no clouds in the sky, all sun. The fielder's actually not been pushed to the deep, he's been pushed to the circle. So Justgrun can tap and run if he wanted to. Tries to play over the top, does play over the top, and it runs away for 4 at a wide, long off position. So there's your first boundary of the over. Justgrun finding some touch here, saying if you're going to pack the inside, I'm going to make you pay. And I think that one might have just been a tad bit over-pitched there from Omar. He's getting a little bit of swing, so I don't think you need to leave it out there, let the ball move. I don't think that's how you're going to take a wicket. Pull the length back, let him come down the track, and do something after that. Again, 2 full, this time 2 wide, and easy pickings for Justgrun. Just flashed his blade at it. A big 6 this time to the offside. We've seen Chandu attack the leg side and go after it on the leg side. Now Justgrun putting the damage on to the offside. Again, that one just 2 full and 2 wide. Just too easy for him. Was Justgrun. If you're going to bowl that one, you need to bowl, pitch it back a little bit or even fuller. You want to hit the wide line, or you want, it was right in the slot for Justgrun. And now the ball finding committee's out. The ball finding committee didn't have to go out there for a long time. Nice, easy done. Again, Justgrun in the last 2 deliveries has 10 runs, a 6, and a 4 to get his score sheet ticking, get it moving. There's the 2 boundaries in the over, and they've changed the long. And they've moved that long on fielder. He looks like he's going to long off, so putting a fielder in the deep on the offside, and that cow corner fielder has been moved to more of a whitish long on position, so in between long on and cow corner. As Omar comes back into Justgrun, Justgrun just slides this one behind point. They're pushing 2, should just be 1, and it is just 1. So let's see what Chandu does here. He's played well, he's played exciting. He's scored like 28 runs so far, 28 runs. Really, really good stuff for him. 28 off 8. See if he can continue that and put up maybe one of the fastest 50s that you'll ever see. Again, Omar is not giving anything on stumps. He's keeping them away from them, making them play on the offside. That is a short boundary, but he doesn't want to give anything to Chandu in his arc. You do have that long on fielder. There's no more cow corner. He's in between the cow corner and long on position, so he's in both places. Nope, now he's been moved to more conventional cow corner as Omar runs in for this next delivery. And a big swing there from Chandu, but it just finds the fielder at mid-on for a quick single. And this is a flying start for the SAMPARMY. I don't think you could have asked for a better one. 1 ball left in this 3rd over. 41 runs on the board without a wicket to be fallen. You're needing 102 runs now off the remaining 17 overs. So really perfect start as Justgrun this time, and flicks that one. That one's going to run away for 4. This one the times that Omar had been trailing down to the leg side. This one too easy for Justgrun. Picked it up nice and easy. I picked it up early, picked it up quite simply, and played it away 4-4. And that ends the 3rd over. The SAMPARMY 45 without loss, needing less than 100 runs in the next 17 overs. Perfect start for the SAMPARMY. Chandu will be back on strike. Let's see who they bring into bowl. It's a new bowler, so they've bowled 4. This will be the 4th over that they've bowled. They've gone to 4 different bowlers. The SAMPARMY making them question every move that they make and making them re-discuss every move that they make. Govind coming in for ball number 3 here. He's got to go back towards the offside. He does do so. Oh, but a misfielder cover is going to allow a single. You can't have this. Vivek did misfield, and this is just not what you want if you're the Sunrisers. The Samp Army need 98 and 17. Already a 15-run partnership. Hadn't seen a 15-run partnership all day long for the Sunrisers, and here in the first 4 overs, the Samp Army have that. Let's see what Chandu does here, and he's worked it too long on. Should just be 1, and it is just 1. Stopped by Mohit Matthew in the deep. Again, this is a much better line there from Govind. I would still like to see him push it just a little bit more towards outside the off stump. But again, this is really, really good stuff here from Govind after being dispatched for 6. The fielders are on the circle on the offside. No one deep, so you got to keep it tight. And this one played right back. Well dodged by the umpire, showing off his athleticism. And they do end up taking a single in the end. And a much better ending to this over so far. Middle portion of this over has gone much more Samp Army's way. Much more Sunrisers' way, excuse me. As Samp Army will play this next delivery for just the dot ball. Wow, this is only the 3rd dot ball of the innings. A much needed dot ball for the Sunrisers. They need every dot ball that they can get, and they need wickets too. That ends the 4th over as the Samp Army is 55 without loss. Again, a 55-run partnership. We had not seen that all day from the Sunrisers. We'll see who they turn to bowl now. They go back to Vivek. It looks like they are going back to Vivek, who did open. Chandu found him very appealing. But it's going to be Jaskaran on strike, so Jaskaran didn't get to play him much. So I think they want to see how Jaskaran favors against Vivek. The long on fielder being pushed too long off. The mid-wicket fielder is still there. There is a mid-on fielder. Again, Jaskaran is on strike. And Jaskaran taking guard outside the off stump, showing his leg stump. I'm not sure if he sticks in that position, but he was taking his guard there. We'll see if he sticks there. And he is. Wow, he's saying, look, I'm hitting you over the leg side no matter where you bowl. Oh, and an edge! Jaskaran is gone. And a little bit of a plan gone wrong for Jaskaran. Vivek called his bluff, put it short, a little bit slower. Jaskaran finds the outside edge, and it goes straight to the fielder. It slips, so much needed breakthrough for the Sunrisers. The way Jaskaran was standing seemed like he got a little bit too overconfident. I'm not sure what the intent was, but that is the end of Jaskaran, and that is the first wicket loss for the Samp Army, the Sunrisers. A much needed wicket. 55 for 1 here in this 5th over are the Samp Army. We'll see who they send into bat next. And Abhishek Sharma took the catch at slip. We'll see who the new bowler is, or who the new batsman is. Again, it's going to be about giving strike to Chandu. He's played 12 balls for 30 runs. So he's looking in great touch. They're packing that offside of the Sunrisers. Taking the fielder out of the deep on the leg side. There doesn't seem to be anyone in the deep except for a deep cover. The new batsman in. And, oh, it's been played straight to cover, sent back by Chandu. Govinda is the new bat. Again, he's going to want to start getting some strike into Chandu before he just starts to cool off, especially with the end of the power play coming. And, wow, this is a great field for Govinda. Seems like they know what Govinda wants to do. They're packing out that offside. They're keeping the ball on the offside and saying, here, play over me. So much needed break in these overs. They could have a maiden wicket. We might have a maiden wicket on our hands. And Vivek misses his run up there. Again, for the SAMPARMY, it's going to be about just continuing to rotate. They have a lot of runs. You have a lot of overs. Score 88 runs. You have 15.2 overs remaining. So you've got plenty of time to score. You just got to make sure you rotate and don't wait too much to last. Again, net run rate's a big thing here, especially because next week is the final, so you only have a certain number of games. You're going to want your net run rate to be good, and this could be a great help to that as Govinda plays this one between long on and mid wicket, and they do end up taking a single. Good throw coming in from the long on fielder, but they do take a single nonetheless. So now let's see what Chandu does. They push the mid wicket fielder deep. Vivek had struggled against Chandu in the first over. The long off fielder has gone deep as well. So we'll see what Chandu does here. He's played 12 deliveries for 30 runs. Deep cover has been brought inside the circle. He seems to be playing that kind of cross bat, kind of arky kind of shot. Baseball swing type of shot. So let's see what the plan is if they go bowl a little bit shorter to him. Let's see what he does. He goes short, and oh, that one did not bounce as much as Chandu expected. And it's just going to be a dot ball to end the over, and Chandu will be on the non-strikers. And the SAMPARMY end the fifth over 56 for the loss of one wicket, the one wicket being Jaskran Modotra. So that ends up being a one-run over with one wicket in it. So see who the new bowler comes in and is. Omar is back into bowl. He bowled well. In his first one, just string a couple down to the leg side. Let's see what Govinda does here. And Omar, he's bowled well. He's getting a little bit of some swing in the air and continues to do so. This one towards the wide line. And they've packed the offside. They're daring him to play it into that area of the ground, daring him to try to play it over. Long on has been brought inside the circle, so saying, okay, hit over us if you can too. I don't think that there is one fielder in the deep. There is a deep cover. But I don't see any other fielders in the deep, so they're saying, here's your one shot. They've brought another cover fielder shorter. So play it over here. Again, outside the off stump. This one just pulled the length back a little bit. Oh, would have been another one-handed catch running backwards, and they end up picking two off of it. So again, Omar's bowling well. Not many runs to defend, but he's bowling well. He's got an edge there, and they're going to want to. They need to take wickets here. It's not going to be about the run rate. The run rate is in favor of the SAMPARMY. They're going to need to take some quick wickets here and just get them in bunches and really put the pressure back on the SAMPARMY, because right now they have all the license to go in the world. This one outside the off stump, played straight to the man at short cover. Another dot ball. And these dot balls are going to have to pile up and create pressure and create wickets right now. Wickets are going to be the name of the game for the Sunrisers. For them to get back, they've got to start taking wickets, right? They took Jaskaran. Can they take Govinda right here, right now? Omar comes in. This time slower, looking to play across the line was Govinda. Looking to play that slog sweep. Ends up in another dot ball. These dot balls are piling up. You can see Govinda getting a little bit impatient. He's looking to go for that big swing. Again, it was a slower one, and the head was already up in the air before the shot had been played. Long on has been sent back. Mid on has been sent back to long on as Omar runs in for his next delivery. This one pulled back a little bit, played straight to the fielder at point, and is going to be another dot ball. These dot balls are adding up here. Let's see if it causes a rash strike in from Govinda. The fielders have been pushed back onto the circle. And Omar, he's bowled well. Do they give up a single here? And they do give up a nice easy single, and Govinda will be back on strike to face the next over. So good over for the Sunrisers. They got only 3 runs off of that over, did the SAMPARMY. The Sunrisers will take that. They're going to want to take some wickets now. Govinda will be back on strike. So 3 runs came off that over. The SAMPARMY at the end of the power play, 59 for 1. So the field will open up now. So they are able to sneak some singles if they continue to open up the field. I don't think for Govinda they will. I think they'll continue to keep it close and dare him to play over the top. Don't think they want to give him many gaps to go out there and rotate and run singles. Vivek is back into bowl. He did take the 1 wicket of Jaskaran Malhotra. The sun is out. It's a nice, beautiful day here in Fuquay Arena. Again, for those of you who might have to leave the live stream because you have to go out somewhere, you can continue listening to this on Radio Mirchi, on Radio Mirchi Raleigh Durham on 99.9 FM HD4, 101.9 FM, and 1490 AM. Also, you can ask your Amazon Alexa to go out there and play. Just say, Alexa, play Radio Mirchi Raleigh, and it will do so. I have one myself, and I use it quite often, and it does end up working. It's kind of cool when you do that as well. But the new bowler, again, is Vivek. He's coming in for his 3rd over. He took the big wicket of Jaskaran Malhotra. Let's see how Govinda takes him as Vivek misses his run-up. So he'll be walking back. The sun is out. It's a nice sunny day. It feels like a summer day. Except for the leaves on the trees right now being brown, it feels like a nice summer day as Vivek comes in to bowl this one. And Govinda sends this one over the top of Cal Corner. Might run away for 4, does run away for 4, and a much needed boundary. Govinda finally connecting on one of those slog sweep that he's wanted to hit all day long. And now does that prompt the Sunrisers to send that long on fielder back into the deep for that catch? And yes, it does. It does send them to prompt that. It actually going to 45. Everywhere else is still inside the circle. Again, not giving him many gaps to choose from. Just taking a little bit of a risk there. So they want to continue to have him take a risk. That fielder at long on is on the 45. This one sent over top of coverage, just over the outstretched hand of the man that covers another 4. And Govinda seems to be finding some flow of things. That one just a little bit too wide there from Vivek. Allowed for a nice, easy boundary. And the other one, I think he slowed it down, and Govinda picked the slower one, expected that one, and was able to chip it over the top. So 2 boundaries coming off the over, and the SAMPARMY are right back in the driver's seat, and the ball finding committee is now out to find the ball that went into the fields. ball finding committee found it as Vivek runs in to bowl this next ball to Govinda. Hit for 2 boundaries. This one finds the under edge, straight to the fielder for a dot ball. So good comeback in from Vivek. Then the ball finding committee was successful in their ball finding. So Vivek, good comeback delivery there. Again, he took the big wicket of Jaskaran Malhotra. He got hit for 2 boundaries in this over. He'd love to take a wicket to cap it off. Oh, this one pushed even further. Just a little bit of late outswing, found the bottom edge of the bat of Govinda, and well kept by Nikhil, going over the first slip to field that one. So Vivek, he's bowled well. I think he's now saying, look, I'm not going to give you anything full. You're going to have to play off the back foot. He seems to be struggling to play off the back foot, struggling to time it. And another one short. This one was well timed through the covers. They do have a deep cover fielder, so it's just going to result in 1. But Chandu will be on strike for this delivery.
Good, sir. 68 for 170.
And the third delivery, it's time shorter, and work to the man at backward point for another dot ball. And this one is again short, again right outside the off stump, and another dot ball. They would love a maiden here with the Sunrisers. Again, as you can see, the bowler, the slip fielder in play, so they keep the slip in there. They're trying to be aggressive. As this one is much fuller. Oh! And had Nikhil been able to keep that clean, I think that might have been the end of Govind. That back foot was up in the air. Yeah, you could see it on your screen, up in the air, and I thought that might have been the end of him. Just came off the gloves of Nikhil. Nikhil had been able to keep that clean. That would have been the end of Govind, but a great over so far from Karthikeyan. Let's see what he does here. This time shorter, and oh, misfield at point, and sent back was Govinda. 75 needed from 73, as that is the end of the over. 75 off 72, yeah. Off 72. It's a maiden over. What an over from Karthikeyan. Almost had a maiden wicket. Almost got Govinda, had Nikhil. Again, been able to keep it clean. Govinda's foot was miles in the air, and that would have been the end of him. Would have been able to be stumped. So Mohit Matthew is coming back. So Mohit Matthew coming into bowl. He's bowling into Chandu now. Chandu, it's been a while since he's played a delivery. 31 off 14 he is. Let's see if Mohit can get the... Oh my God! And Chandu picks up where he left off. Mohit, this one just right in the slot. Just right in the good length slot where he pitched it. And right on middle stump allowed. Right in the arc of Chandu. And Chandu picking off where he left off. And now Mohit's got to rediscover the line and the length that you need to bowl to Chandu. You can see the fielder that was at long off. He came up to give a word to Mohit. Again, Mohit, he needs to just pitch it full right on that off stump. And that's exactly what it does. It's skied up in the air. The mid-wicket fielder is going to take some catching. The keeper's coming around to catch it. Oh, and the mid-wicket fielder, the keeper had it, but the mid-wicket fielder runs into the keeper. And utter disbelief from the Sunrisers. Again, the wicketkeeper had made great ground to get there. The mid-wicket fielder didn't need to do much to go out there and catch it. Nikhil had it in his hands. Nikhil, the keeper, he had it in his hands. He ran into the mid-wicket fielder, and it plops out, and it ends up a drop, and Chandu ends up safe after 2 runs there. All kind of chaos going on. You didn't see it on your screen, but it was in the air for a long time. The mid-wicket fielder was settling there, but then the keeper came in running out towards the end. It was in between. The call had to be made. I'm not sure who the call was made by, and it ends up in a drop, and Chandu back on strike. Mohit this time again full. This one misfield by the mid-wicket fielder, and it's going to end up being... Oh, they're pushing 2. Throw to the keeper should be out. Oh, better throw would have resulted in it. But it's going to be 2 nonetheless, and SAMPARMY pushing every single run. We're seeing the good running continue from both innings. SAMPARMY, they're at a great run rate right now. Chandu, he's been given a life, and he's taking advantage of it. Govinda's trying to give Chandu as much strike as possible. You can see he's running around. Chandu seems a little bit gassed, though. And Mohit, I think, would be disappointed. Feels like he had Chandu out. Had either of his fielders said, no, it's mine, it would have been just fine. This one's shorter and defended there from Chandu. Maybe some fatigue leading to that shot selection. Not a bad shot selection. Again, you need 65 from 69, so still underrun a ball. So a pretty chaotic over, the first dot ball of it. As Mohit comes in for the next one, and Chandu just plays this one straight to the man at long off for a quick single. So now let's see what Govind does with the 1 ball he's going to get to play. And the SAMPARMY would love to end this game quickly because that helps their run rate. Again, the run rate is going to play an impact here, especially because they split the games in the first weekend. And Govin works this one to mid-wicket. It's going to be a dot ball to end the over. And the SAMPARMY needs 64 from 66 more deliveries. From 11 overs, they need 64 runs. So last ball, Chandu facing it. Can Kartik get his wicket? Big wicket if he can. No, it's going to be another 6. It's going to be another 6 this one time. A low full toss played through mid-wicket for 6. And Chandu not letting it up. And the SAMPARMY have moved into the 90s now. Cruising. Did I say cruising? They are cruising in this run chase. 95 for the loss of 1 wicket after 10 overs. Chandu 57. Can't get to his century. Not enough runs for that to happen. But he's going to love to see his team over the line. And you see the match summary, you see the 50 from Aditya for the Sunrisers, a great 50, kept them intact with Chandu. He's just played in a fabulous innings, 57 off 23 deliveries. And Jaskaran, he played 24 off 13 before getting dismissed by Vivek. With the ball, it's just they're not finding the wickets which they need. At this point, dot balls don't really do much for you. 48 in 60 is not that difficult of a task. You're going to need wickets to come in handy. And in comes Omar, and he's played straight to short cover by Govind. He was interested in the run. There was a fumble, and that might have been the break. Oh, and Nikhil misses the ball again. And he slips and falls this time. And just nothing going Nikhil's way today. Just nothing going his way today. Got out on a full toss, missed a stumping. Misses this one, got hit while he was taking a catch. So nothing going his way today. So now Chandu back on strike. The fielders are deep, but it hasn't seemed to matter. Again, he's hit 7 sixes, and I believe he's only played 7 dot balls. He's just in some kind of mood today. No clouds in the sky, and he's painting the sky. He's painting the sky with some white. He says, there's no white clouds, I'll put some white balls in the sky. Let it sit there for a little bit. Again, the SAMPARMY cruising to this run chase. They would love to get this over with as quickly as possible, and Chandu would love to be there to see the finish line. Again, the field is a long on, a deep mid wicket, and a deep backward square leg. All the fielders on the offside inside the circle except for a long off. I think you could just push that other fielder back there, but we'll see what they do. Chandu gets this one outside the off stump. Play J, 2 short cover, a dot ball there. So there's another dot ball, and Omar he's bowled well. I mean, he's been one of their better bowlers in the Sunrisers, but unfortunately for him, just not the runs on the board for where these dot balls really matter. Unless you can string like 3 overs of dot balls, you're not in a great position, as this one is going to be left alone by Chandu. Not going to be a wide. So, again, stringing dot balls helps. There's no pressure being put on the batsman at this point. They just have to go less than a run a ball, so they're at a great spot in this game. Wickets is going to be key. If they can take 2-3 quick wickets, then they're right back in it. And this one's played straight. Should be taken 6. Never mind. He's painting the sky once again. I thought the fielder might have a shot, but it went over the head of Vivek for 6. And Chandu, he's just pouring it on. The onslaught's there. He's like Bob Ross, just turning every single mistake into dots in the sky. SAMPARMY move into the hundreds now. 102 for just 1 wicket here in this 11th over. They are cruising, and another one on his toes. This one worked 2 mid-wicket for a... Oh, and a misfield at mid-wicket leads a 4. It was just going to be a single, and just everything, nothing going right for the Sunrisers. Everything going the way of SAMPARMY. Omar, he bowled a beautiful delivery. The outfield is quick, and just a misfield by the fielder there cost the Sunrisers 3 runs. And the SAMPARMY will take that all day long. 11 runs coming off what was a great over. He hit a 6. Had this one would have just been a single, but this one goes away for 4. Let's see what Omar answers with. Slower delivery, played right back to Omar. Oh! Omar aggressive. I don't know what the appeal was for, but usually Omar's a little bit frustrated. He's just frustrated. He knows that this match is pretty much out of their grasp and that they need something special to happen, and he's just trying to create something at some point. SAMPARMY ends the 11th over, 106 for the loss of 1 wicket. They need 37 from the next 54 deliveries. They are cruising to this run chase, and if Chandu's there, they'll continue to cruise to the end of this. Again, SAMPARMY 106 for the loss of 1 wicket after 11. So Mohit Matthew coming back into bowl. Again, he just needs some wickets here. He needs to take 2-3 quickly, and then you finding a way back into this match. You're just crawling to stay into this match, and oh, that might have been the first. No, there might have been some bat on top of it. A half-hearted appeal from Mohit himself. Again, like we said, if 2, 3, 4 wickets fall quickly, the game is back on. But the Sunrisers need that to happen right now. And Mohit, he's troubling Govind. Govind seems to be a little bit questioning what he's doing. Seems to be in a double mind, looking to go forward, then go back. Last one, he looked to play. He was a little bit in a double mind there. See if he can continue to cause these problems. This one, another bottom edge, but this time into the gap. And they pick up, a single. Yes, it's going to be a single in the end. So Chandu, does he continue the onslaught that he's had to Mohit? Mohit has bowled well to every other person but Chandu. That's just like how it is for everyone today. They've bowled well to everyone but Chandu. Again, 36 more runs from 51 deliveries. The field is deep on the leg side, deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, and a long on. As Mohit comes in this one, and Chandu finds, I'm not sure if it's the outside edge or the keeper's pad, but does not go anywhere. So it's going to be a dot ball. Again, the wickets are important, but the problem is anytime you bowl on the wickets for Chandu, it ends up being a boundary. So they're trying to keep it outside the off stump and trying to get in a catch, but anytime he's hit it in the air, he's hit it for 6. I mean, only 1-4 on the day. See what Mohit has in store for Chandu here. And this one on the top of stumps and just played for a dot ball by Chandu. Chandu knows that he doesn't have to do anything too special now, just has to continue to stick there, and they're going to be just fine. Plenty of time to score these last 36 runs. As Mohit comes in for this next delivery, and that's, oh my God, Nikhil again. Not able to handle the ball. That was the end of Chandu. Mohit had it. The second stumping missed by Nikhil today, and today's just not Nikhil's day. And that's just heartbreaking for the Sunrisers. For Mohit, you had your opportunity, right? I'm not saying you take that wicket, you win the game, but you take this wicket and you give yourself a little bit more hope. This is the second time off Mohit's bowling that Chandu was given a life. The first time was dropped by Nikhil. We had a collision at mid-wicket, and this time a missed stumping by Nikhil. And again, Nikhil, he's usually a really good keeper. He's just making a couple mistakes today. You see the batting scorecard: Chandu 67 off 31, and Govinda's supporting role 16 off of 28, being everything that the SAMPARMY needs. The Sunrisers, again, they haven't bowled terribly. It's just that Chandu has picked every bowler and been them really expensive. can see the score trend. Again, they have always been and are still well ahead of the run rate. And you see the little dots on the blue lines, the clusters of wickets that fell. Those are not happening for the SAMPARMY. And this one is going to be worked through mid-wicket, and they're going to pick up a quick, easy single. Chandu will be on strike. Well played by Govinda. So we just had Govind to Govind. Now it's going to be Govind to Chandu, and Chandu works this one too long on. Should just be for a single, and is just for a single. Now Govind to Govind, the matchup we've all been waiting for all day long. Govind S to Govind to Govinda, excuse me. Still a matchup we've all been waiting for. And reaching for it, and it ends up gonna go for a single. I'm not sure if the keeper had an angle on it. It's been a rough day for Nikhil. Again, he is a very good keeper, but just today is not his day. Today is not the Sunrisers' day. But it is Chandu's day. He's had everything he's wanted, 68 off 32. He's batted phenomenally. He bowled well, and he's gotten he just left it alone. I think he wanted a wide ball. Umpire not willing to give it. Then 33 from 45, so the Sunrisers are clawing their way back. They're stringing together some dot balls, and if they can continue to string them together, it could be 33 off 33 just before we know it. Again, a couple wicket clusters are what they need. They just need 2 or 3. And that time given a wide by the umpire. I think Chandu realized he needed to go out there, stretch forward, and then they'll give it. And Chandu still on his knee. Again, it's all going to be about, can the Sunrisers take some wickets here? Can they take them? As this one is just smashed. Would have been a great low catch. Great effort. He did end up stopping it in the end. Had he taken that, he would have changed the game. But again, it would have been an amazing international level kind of catch. Mohit, he's frustrated. Had Chandu twice off of his bowling. Again, not Nikhil's day today. But Mohit almost made a spectacular catch as Govind goes to Govinda this time. And that's going to be a dot ball there. They can cut that one through covers. And that ends the 13th over, 112 for the loss of 1 wicket. The SAMPARMY need 31 from 42. And you look at the Sunrisers, really the batting of Aditya gave them a chance in this match, 142. Vivek also 23, good innings from him. And then Chandu's innings right now, 69. Really, really well done. Jaskaran had a good cameo in the beginning, 24 off 13. And Govinda, he's had a good supporting role, 18 off of 31 deliveries. So Mohit back in, again into Chandu. Let's see if third time's a charm for Mohit Mathi. And this one, he's painting the sky again. That's going to be another 6 for Chandu. He's pouring it on. He's moved into the 70s now. SAMPARMY 118 here in this 14th over. And that's not the way you want to start your over if you're Mohit. You can see the shoulders are down. He knows the outcome of this game. He knows that he had changed it twice and just did not fall in his favor. Chandu moving into the 70s. 25 required now for the SAMPARMY. And this one should just be a single, and it is going to be just a single. So that's a little baby win for the Sunrisers. Mohit pushes this one more towards the off-stump fuller. Chandu had to dig into it. Chandu's really just attacking that one spot of the ground, but I think I've seen more 6s there today than I've seen in maybe a couple years. This one is played straight back, should just be single, and is just a single. So Chandu back on strike as SAMPARMY moves into the 120s now. Again, 23 required. For Chandu's century, Just 24 required. So let's see if he can get that done. Well, it comes into Chandu. And there's, whoa, could be taken. Oh, and it's off of his hands. The third time is not the charm for Mohit Matthew. This is the third time in his overs that Mohit has had Chandu and the opportunities has not been taken. That is a 6 for Chandu, and he's moved into the 80s now. Man, you got to feel for Mohit Matthew. He's had him 3 times. And even this time, you probably don't win the game. Even last time, you probably don't win the game. But at least you say, look, we had it. We got another shot. You bring some life back into you. And you can just see hands on hips, shoulders down. He's just out of it right now. And Chandu is just pouring it on. And this one, yeah, there's no fielder that's going to be there. Maybe hit the car. Oh, just bounces over. And another 6, Chandu into 88. Now just 11 required. And Chandu again pouring it on. And you got to fear for Mohit Matthew. He's bowled well. 3 opportunities to get Chandu gone, not taken in his overs. And let's talk about the luck of that, the owner of that red car. I mean, there was 2 opportunities. It could have landed on it. It could have bounced on it. It just, I mean, centimeters over the front hood of that car. As the last ball of the over is coming in. And Chandu sends this one. Could be taken. Should be a single. Yes, it's just going to be a single. And Chandu retains strike for the next over. And the SAMPARMY are 133 for 1 after 14. 10 needed from the next 36. And you can see it, Chandu's 89. The big innings here. And he's looking to take this one to a century. Govind bowling into Chandu. Again, 11 required, 10 required. As this one is just going to be a dot ball. And wow, they're looking to play for the century. I wasn't talking about 11 required for the century, 10 required to win. So it seems like Govinda is very, very set on giving Chandu his century. It'd be well earned 2. Oh, outside the off stump, missed every part of the bat, and it's going to be a dot ball. So 2 dot balls to start off. Again, it's going to be wickets that get you back into it. Only 10 runs, so I'm not sure how many wickets you have to take to get back into it, but wickets are what's going to bring you back into it. As Govind comes in for this one, and that's a big 6. It was a complete full toss, sent again to mid-wicket, and another 6. 4 runs needed from 33 deliveries. Chandu 95. 4 needed. So has to hit a 6. He's only hit 6s. So let's see if he can win the game and get a century in the same shot. Twelve sixes so far for Chandu. He is gone berserk, and he needs a 6 for his century and for the match. A 4 ends it before the century, and it's going to be a dot ball. So there are 2 balls left in the over. Will it end here in this 15th over? Again, Chandu needs a 6 for his century and for the match. As this one is delivered, it's a top edge, should be taken. No, it's going to fall short, and they take a single off of it. So 3 required for the next 31 deliveries, and expect Govinda to just play with a dead bat and just play it straight back to the ground and give Chandu the strike in the next over. Govinda's bowled well here. He's now bowling to Govinda. And what do we say? It was a Yorker attempt, but a dead bat played from Govinda, no run taken, and that ends the 15th over. The SAMPARMY are 140 They need 3 runs from the next 30 deliveries. It's a questionable run chase. I'm not sure if it's possible. It's just a joke, guys. I know. But let's see if the big thing now is, can Chandu hit this century? He needs a 6. He's only hit 6. 12 sixes today. So 70. Think about that. 12 sixes. That means 72 of his 96 runs are off sixes. And you can see it right there. 96 runs, 44 balls, 2 4s, 12 sixes, and only 17 dot balls. How about that? What an innings from Chandu. Again, a 6 is your century. Anything less, you hit a 4, you win the game, but you don't get your century. You miss out on 99. Water being brought into Chandu. It looks like a cat being brought into Chandu, taking his helmet off. Putting on the helmet, excuse me. He took the cap off. And more water being brought in. The umpire having a word with him. I think the umpire might be getting some water as well. So again, 3 wickets from the next 30 deliveries. 3 runs, excuse me, from the next 30 deliveries. The Sunrisers would love if they could get 3 wickets in the next 30 deliveries. But again, Chandu has a chance to get to his century. You see it, 96 off 44. Can he make it 102 off of 45? No matter what happens, it's been an incredible innings for him. He sought we'll see if he sees SAMPARMY to a victory, but SAMPARMY, barring some kind of miracle, is going to end up with a win here. Again, you see only 1 wicket lost, a wicket of Jaskar Malhotra. Chandu 96 off 44. And with the ball, again, Mohit Matthew gave 3 chances for Chandu's wicket. This one always hit Chandu in the body. I saw the big bat lift. I saw it short. I thought this was another one to get for 6. I thought he was going to end up hitting a car. There's a red car over there, that boundary. I thought he might try that red car this time. Again, the bowler is Zishan. So again, Chandu, he needs a 6. Can he get a century? Zishan coming in. This time short again. It's wide. It's going to be a wide ball. And will it run away for 4? No, it doesn't run away for 4. So it's going to be now 2 needed in 29 deliveries. You see Chandu turn down the run. Now what if there are 2 wides to end this game off? What if there are 2 wides to end this match off? Let's see what Zishan has in store this time. It's hit. No run taken. And again, needs a 6 for his century. You can see it. He's trying to heave it over there. He's hit 1 spot of the ground all day long. And how long will it take him? Again, just 2 needed. Is he asking for water? Is he asking for the helmet, for the hat? Yes, he's asking for his cap. He put the helmet on for 2 deliveries, and he said no. 86-run partnership off 67 deliveries. Again, you saw Chandu, he had the hat on all day long, and then put the helmet on for this over. And now he said, look, the helmet's not letting me hit. That's the problem. The weight distribution's off, so I'm putting the hat back on. Again, 2 needed from the next 28 deliveries. Chandu needs 6 to get to his century, and that's going to be a wide. No, is it? Well, it is going to be a... Oh, no, it's just 1 for the over. Wide not signaled. And we were just saying, what if the game ends with 2 wides? And there's a word going on. If this one's a wide, 1 more wide ends it. It's not going to be a wide. It's going to be a dot ball. But how heartbroken would Chandu be if this game ends in 2 wides? So here we go, Chandu facing this delivery. And that's a wide. It's a wide. 1 run needed from the next 27. Did I just speak something into existence? Now if you're Chandu, you got to make sure you move all the way to the wide lines. And he's moved. And this one he's not connected. And they take the single. Oh no, that is it. That is the end of the match there. The SAMPARMY end up winning it. Chengdu ends off 97. They said, we're not putting this on any longer. And the SAMPARMY claim victory here against the Sunrisers in this Adda Premier League game. If you look at the scorecard, Aditya from the Sunrisers did great to get the Sunrisers into at least a score that was defendable. Got them to 142 with his 56 off 49 deliveries, but then Chengdu just took the game over with the bad 97 off 48 deliveries. Probably could have been a lot quicker of a 97, but they were trying to get him to a century. But in the end, the SAMPARMY reigned victorious. Lloyd Matthew gave 3 chances to his fielders to take Chengdu. Really, really big wickets that they didn't take 3 times. And you look at the batting chart, Chengdu again, 97 off 48. Jessica played a great cameo in the beginning, and Govinda did his job just supporting Chengdu and keeping the strike going. 4 with the ball. The Sunrisers, again, Mohid Matthew gave 3 opportunities to get Chengdu out. And that's just unfortunate they couldn't do it. Vivek took the 1 wicket of Jessica, and again, didn't bowl bad, did anyone? It was just Chengdu was feeling some kind of way today. And then when someone's feeling that kind of way, you can't really stop them. Just really great stuff from the SAMPARMY. They ended up winning this one quite easily, having a little bit of a team discussion. But again, SAMPARMY get a win, and they end up beating the Sunrisers with 9 wickets left in hand with 4.5 overs to go.